Hello Lillas, welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click the bell to be a part of the notification squad. Now guys, I've told y'all I really want to grow my channel. I don't know why, because I already have like the best subscribers there is, but I'm sure it's more best subscribers out there. So anyway, tell a friend to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys, I appreciate you. This is Purpose, and Purpose is the Ember Sculpt by Jennifer Costello. Now make sure y'all pay attention to these last names on these Jennifers, because like all my babies are literally pretty much by Jennifers for the most part. Look at that little tuda wooda. Oh my goodness, I just love this baby so much. Y'all just don't have a clue. Like, she's so, look how she's so soft. Like, her silicone is just like ooh, just amazing. I love it's the picking her up and the way she like falls and moves that gets me. Now her hair is wet. I'll be honest with y'all, I don't usually like to do videos or show my babies wet. Occasionally I will, but I was just thinking to myself, like, how when we're shopping for these babies, how many opportunities that are missed because we are so caught up on following trends, or we have all this all these thoughts in our head, like, you know, we see a baby and it goes up for sale right after it's bought. What's the first thing you think in your head? Right, exactly, she must be didn't like it. So when you see that and you think that, you're like turned off. You're not even interested. You're not even looking at the dolls. You're not looking at the specs. You're not looking at the price. You guys are missing opportunities to buy great dolls sometime. Sometimes it definitely is a flag to say, hey, she don't want it because it ain't popping on nothing. But a lot of times you got to keep in mind, there are collectors out here that buy and sell every other day. They always got a broken cat. They always got a uncle that need new Cadillacs in the eyes, Cadillacs, whatever. I call them Cadillacs because my granddaddy calls them Cadillacs. And it's just all these different reasons. There's people that just buy dolls just to you know, see what they look like, move on. That's it. And then there's people out here that actually do get dolls and they're like, got it here, the size or the sculpt, or maybe it just wasn't, you know, maybe you just don't connect with it. It just don't pull you in. But what that got to do with me, sis? Because what you eat don't make me what? On period. Okay? So sometimes you might not like this baby, but I might absolutely love it. But you haven't even given it a chance because you're so busy caught up on, well, she don't like it, I don't like it. Or she don't want it, I don't want it. Or people get desperate, they drop down prices, and y'all be like, oh, that price too low, I can't trust that. Baby, let me tell you something. I have got some good deals off of people just really need to sell a doll, and they'll sell it so low, and I would have never been able to afford that doll had I not went ahead and trust my own eyes and looked at the baby and said, now if this baby wasn't for this price or whatever, would I have wanted to buy it? Absolutely. Had I would have wanted to buy it for full price? Absolutely. So baby, whatever your reasons is for dropping this price down, baby, that's on you, baby. Hey, I hope it all work out for you the best, but I want this at this price. So I say all this to say, because I too have been one of those ones that put a baby up for sale right away. I have a theory. So this is my thing. I feel like sometimes we hold on to stuff too long. Okay, somebody need to hear this in the back, honey. Outside of these dolls, right? Sometimes we hold on to things too long and we need to let it go, right? And I say that because I see a lot of people trying to sell dolls that was popping back in the day. People would have bought it rather it had one strand of hair on the top of his head and 2 licks of paint just to get the sculpt. But they waited until that ship had passed, and now we're on to something else. And the way these people be dropping these new sculpts out every day, like, baby, you don't got time to waste. Like, if you feel like, and I'm not saying just throw a baby up right away, because like I said before in one of my previous videos, sometimes it's just a matter of tweaking a few things or spending time with the doll, because you got too much going on outside of that, and you need to really focus on, be able to have time to actually enjoy the doll for a period of time, so that you can see if you really like the doll or not, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So sometimes it's not, you do need a little bit of time. Or sometimes, like, if you gotten babies back to back, and I remember when I used to be buying babies back to back, I would never fully have a really good connection with all the dolls. Like, it would just be one. But then when I would take time and then go back and revisit the other one and the other one, then I would really begin to really appreciate the other ones. But back to back, you really, you just, it's just the excitement, the rush of the box opening, and then you kind of move on because you just got one. You know what I mean? So it's not like you spending the time to change their clothes, get them dressed, pose them, put them on display, see what it feels like to walk in the room and see that art piece sitting there. Like, that's what I'm talking about. So sometimes you do need to take your time. I shop with more intentions nowadays, so I'm a little bit more intentional about my purchases. So, and I say that lightly because sometimes I still do it, but for the most part, you guys haven't seen me really buy nothing in a while, and I usually buy when I really, really like something, or what I see, you know what I mean? So I just feel like sometimes you need to decide, hey, I'm not really feeling this baby in my collection right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it up. If you holding on to it just because you are afraid of taking a loss, or you're holding on to it because your friends got the same sculpt and you want the same sculpt as them, you want to be in the in crowd. Some people chase certain particular artists just because, and that's another thing how y'all miss out on opportunities as well. Sometimes your homegirl don't like Princess Diana over there because Princess Diana got, she rubbed me the wrong way. She act like she all that, or she took 5 minutes longer to respond to me, and now I feel some type of way about her. So when somebody asks me about one of her dolls, I'd be like, they alright, knowing doggone well I really love it and I want one, but I ain't like the way she handled me in that inbox. So now every time somebody asks me something about the baby or her work, I'm just like, And I'm just saying hypothetically, this is not me. I don't do that. I'm gonna tell you whether I like it or not. I mean, I don't like the artist, but I like her work. Period. But then y'all will not support the artist's work or buy the artist's work because your homegirl don't like the artist. That's dumb. It's really dumb. I mean, now, if it was a situation where that artist did some real foul stuff, or you know what I mean, or some type of, you know what I mean, some racist stuff or something like that, and I got to witness that, yeah, I'm gonna feel some type of way. It had to happen directly to me for me to feel the sting, you know what I mean, especially if it's one of my friends too. Oh yeah, girl, what, we not supporting you, we don't rock like that. But yeah, y'all miss out on opportunities like that because you're too caught up in your clicks. So yeah, it's just so many hidden politics in this industry that, when somebody first come into this community, you see dolls and you're like, oh my god, this is so sweet, it's such a cute hobby. It's so fun. And then you see like the good stuff. You see people supporting each other. You see people, you know, laughing and joking in the comment sections, and you know, the fun videos and stuff like that. And you think, oh my gosh, this is such a good community to be a part of. And then you get involved, and then you start interacting with people, and then you realize you're like, hey, wait a minute, like this person is a nasty so-and-so, like, or this person is a racist, or this person is this. And you're like, what happened to the fairy tales, you know, the butterflies and the, you know, the lollipops and sprinkles. And you just got to know that the world is mixed with good and bad. And so that does not, there's no exception in our industry, in our doll community. So sometimes you gotta, you know, you gotta sift through the bad to get to the good, you know what I mean? But you find your circle, and you find the people that you enjoy buying from, you, the people that you enjoy, you know, communicating with, sharing your hobby with. And then sometimes you connect outside of the dolls. Like there are a couple of ladies in the community that I talk to, and child, they be in all my business. You know what I mean? Like we just talk. We talk about a lot of stuff. Like, and it's kind of cool. I've met some really cool ladies, and I've learned a lot of things through some of my friends in the doll community outside of dolls. Like I've learned a lot of different things. Like I got friends that can teach me how to cook. I got friends that can teach me remedies that help me heal myself. Different, you know, just all types of things. You know what I mean? We talk about kids. We talk about family. You know, we talk about depression. We talk about growth and education and history and everything. You know what I mean? Weight loss, the whole nine yards. So these dolls is just can be an avenue to a lot of other things, but the center focus for me is the dolls, the art, collecting. I am an avid collector. I've loved dolls all my life. You hear people say that, but no, I really love dolls all my life. And my doll room is so sacred to me that I don't let anybody in my doll room. I don't care, like, if we're family. I don't care, like, how it, like, my doll room is my doll room. This is where I sit, laugh, make videos, or I come in here, I'll watch TV and, you know, dress the babies, reorganize, clean up the nursery and stuff. It's just a very relaxed place for me. This is my hobby. When people say go get you a hobby, they don't mean go get you a hobby that you're going to be stressed out on. You got life for that. A hobby has to be something that you find joy in it, that you are relaxed, at peace when you're doing it or interacting with it. Just like with painting, I don't paint nothing that I don't enjoy, because it is like painful. It takes me forever to get through it. It's like I am miserable. So I only paint things that I feel like I'm going to enjoy, or it's a challenge that I want to take on. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is for me. But nevertheless, I know this video is kind of all over the place, but I just thought I would come in and say that because a couple people have, I actually saw somebody in a comment say, what is the catch? And I actually had somebody message me and ask me, like, why is this baby so low? And it's like, but they thought that it was silicone, and I'm like, no, this is vinyl. That's why it's, you know, it's a cheaper price. And sometimes even with vinyl can be, like I said, very expensive, but you can catch one at a lower price, just because, like I said, when we be trying to get a new baby in the house, baby, we be like, hey, we just got to get some type of coins in here. Let's just get these babies in and out, in and out, in and out. But I will say to some of y'all, don't go too low on, if you spend a lot of money, don't go too low, too fast. Space yourself, because people depend on that to come up off of you. And it, you know, it's two sides of the coin. You know, it's great to find a bargain, but you don't ever want to feel like you just throwing your money down the drain. So pace yourself if you don't really have to get it, you know, sold. Now, if you're really desperate and you really need the money, you got to do what you got to do, baby. But if not, don't keep lowering your prices too much too fast, because it's always a buyer that you just maybe haven't exposed the baby to, that's out there, that's willing to pay the price. Especially if the baby is worth it. You know what I mean? If the baby is worth it and you know it's worth it and you paid more, you don't want to take too many losses. I've prided myself over the years of collecting of not taking too big of hits. That's just never been my thing. And that's how I was able to afford, when I used to collect very expensive dolls. I was able to afford them because I never really took losses. To be honest, when I was collecting the higher price dolls, I rarely took a big loss. I think maybe one I took a really big loss, and it was a time when I really needed to sell. But other than that, I pretty much would let that baby sit, you know what I mean, and let the mommy come to it. Because I knew it was worth it. And I'm kind of like that with my babies. Like, I am not, you know, cocky and big enough to be like, oh, I'm going to put $20,000 on one of my babies when I know my dolls is not worth $20,000. To me, they wouldn't be worth $20,000. But maybe because that's my budget, and maybe because, you know, I value myself, but I don't put myself on a pedestal higher than, you know, where I should be. But to somebody it might be worth that. But I wouldn't put it up there and be like, oh, until somebody pay this $20,000, I'm not gonna sell it. But some babies, like my little Ray Ray, like, I put her price at $3,000. If I sell her, that's what she gonna sell for. And baby, if she don't, she will sit right here with me, and I will enjoy her whole little fake life, like, for real. Because I actually already kind of feel like wanting to keep a little spike of butt anyway. I just had to look over here, and then I was like, yeah, that's why I don't be wanting to. It be something crazy. You know, can we talk about that for a minute? I know this video I'm supposed to be getting out, but it's some crazy stuff that, like, will get me where I'll be, what makes me fall in love with my babies. With this baby, when I look at, it's her hands. When I look at her hands, I just be like, oh, I don't know, it's so weird. Like, certain little stuff. Or when I pick them up, and the way that they feel, it just, yeah. And I like her armatures a lot in this one. And I'm sorry, I'm playing with the doll. Y'all can't see. I have little Ray Ray right here in my hand. But yeah, I don't. Her silicone actually kind of feel like her silicone. Watch this. Let me see what y'all can see. Watch this. See how it's like, they kind of do the same thing. Their texture actually feel the same too. Pretty similar. So yeah. Ray got the little. But anyway, ooh, y'all both got passies. The same passy, I just realized that. All right, we gotta go. Let me take her passy out. Y'all didn't see her without her passy. She has the cutest little mouth. Y'all just, it's just hard to capture it in photos, but I like her little mouth. You know who she actually reminds me of? And they're not the same, but Sky from Kathy Romero Biscotti, the Cuddle. And these babies were created two totally different times. Not saying one is copying off the other or nothing like that, but she just have that a little bit of the same essence, but she looks more younger. Purpose look more younger. So I need to pull that one out and paint that. I have another blank. I need to paint that one. Interesting. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.